always read your terms and conditions. Welcome to the Marketing with Marta podcast, where small business owners learn how to simplify digital marketing and start showing up consistently. I always love to learn as part of my business. I think as entrepreneurs, we owe it to ourselves to continue our own education within our fields. So I've bought some online courses from people. Some people, it's been incredibly successful. Others, it hasn't. I think it's also a really helpful exercise if you're starting to think about doing your own online course, what you want that to look like, and especially what you want the conditions to be. Like, are you going to offer refunds? Is there a limited time you have to complete the course in? About a year ago, I bought a course because I wanted to further my knowledge online ads. And these people taught some advertising with Microsoft Bing, which is something I hadn't ever done before, and some more in-depth things with meta ads that I wasn't familiar with. So it looked like a great opportunity to learn. They have an incredibly successful small business and have been in business for many more years than I have. And it's someone who I follow their newsletter. I respect them as an entrepreneur, but I hadn't finished the course. And instead of renewing my subscription, the business owner decided to shut down the course. I hadn't finished the content and I would have happily renewed the subscription in order to give myself time to finish the content. That's on me. And I understood that if she decided to shut down the course, that the membership component would no longer be active or live. But I thought at least I would be able to finish consuming the content I had paid for and offered to pay her to renew it regardless, so I can do that. And she declined my offer. And there's a lesson there. One, the lesson is you should never be afraid to ask because you never know what someone's going to say. They might be totally open and willing to it. Maybe they hadn't considered that people hadn't finished consuming the pre-recorded content and they just didn't have the bandwidth to do the membership anymore. But it's her own course. So, she's welcome to do whatever she wants with it. But it was a lesson because I didn't read my terms and conditions because I assumed the course would continue on and that she randomly wouldn't decide to just stop it altogether. So it's something where I didn't feel great about it, but she is in her right to do whatever, and that's on me for not reading the terms and conditions more closely. So it's just a friendly reminder to put out there, but it's also something to think about for yourself in business. If you are ever going to offer something like that, what are those terms and conditions going to be? If you do decide to shut something down, are you going to allow people to download your content so that they have lifetime access because maybe they were originally promised that? Are you going to offer refunds after a certain period? You're opening yourself up to a whole different level of customer service that I think is very different than when you deal with one-on-one clients where you know that individual quite well and where they're coming from or what their life situation might be like or their bandwidth. I think when you're dealing with online courses and you're selling to the great unknown out there, you really need to be more specific about what you're going to do. And so lesson to myself and lesson to all of those out there. But I would say if you are going to do an online course, get a real lawyer. Don't let ChatGPT just write a basic contract for you. Make sure that is really ironclad and tight. Thanks for listening to Marketing with Marta. If you like this episode, be sure to rate, review, and give us a follow. It helps more small business owners learn how to show up consistently and grow their online presence. And make sure you don't miss out on any of our other tips and how-tos by subscribing to our newsletter at studiomovellan.com.